Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna and today we are going to do a budget with me. So we are continuing on with budgeting weekly. And so let's get started. My son is in here, so if y'all hear some videos in the background, that is him. So we are going to be budgeting for a paycheck we will be receiving on the 19th. My husband and I are on opposite pay schedules, so we basically do get paid every Friday, but we're still both like bi-weekly. So for today's budget, we are going to be budgeting $1,901. We are going to start with our bills. And last week I accidentally included both of our tithes, so there is not going to be a tithe this week out of this budget, but we did pay that. So, and we are on the last bills for the month of July, so I would love to say that we get to save everything that's remaining, but we will start budgeting for our bills for August. So for our bills, we are going to have Frontier, which is our internet, and it is $95. We have Netflix, and that is $13. And we have Comp International, and that is $50. So that is going to be all for this week's bills. Well, we are going to have our truck, but since it is a debt, I am going to put it in a different category. So our bill total is $158. And let's take that from the 1901, and we are left with 1743. So let's go ahead and do our debt next. And our truck payment is our only debt, and we're gonna budget $600 for that. So remaining after our truck payment is $1,143. So next I'm going to go ahead and do savings. I'll zoom y'all in right quick. And I apologize for the band-aid, y'all. Who knew playing Nerf Wars with your son caused blisters? Okay, so for our savings, we have the 10K savings challenge. And it technically is supposed to get 150, but I'm going to budget 160 because I'm going to budget an extra $10 to get us over the 5,000 hump in our 10K savings challenge. So I guess for the first 6 months it's like $48.90, I think. And then the back half is like 5,110. So I want to go ahead and get us over that 5,000. We will technically, I believe, only have 4,900 from the 10K savings, but because we're depositing the 2 high yield savings accounts, it's already put us over that 5,000 mark. So we are so excited about that. So we've got our high yield savings accounts 1 and 2 that each get 50, and so that is $100. And then, which I may have not needed to include this because I budgeted for it on my check and it only comes out on my check, so, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and keep it in. Then our sinking funds, I'm going to be budgeting 420. Oh, I put a decimal. I have no idea why. 425. Let's just ignore that. So for savings this week, we are going to be saving $685. And let's do our remaining. So we had $1143 and we're saving $685. So we've got $458 left to budget. So let's move up to the top and we are going to do our variable spending. So again, this is kind of like our weekly goals for our variable spending, but it doesn't necessarily reflect our actual spending. So when I close out our budget for the month, it's basically going to show y'all how much we spend in an overall month versus on a weekly basis. But for groceries, I like to budget $120. For dining out, that's $80. For gas, I'm gonna budget $75. For household spending, this is kind of like for toiletries, anything that we kind of all use together and not necessarily just for one individual. So typically when my husband and I spend money on ourselves, I put it under our separate categories. So our household spending is technically just stuff that everyone uses. And then my husband's truck registration is due this month, and he went and got his car inspected, his truck inspected, and also got an oil change, and then plus the car registration. It's gonna come out to like $230, and I only have, I believe, $150 in our sinking fund, so our budget is gonna need to eat the remaining of this. So I guess I may have forgot that his truck, his oil changes may be more expensive than my car. I have an SUV, he has a truck, sorry. So I think I misbudgeted for his because we do not have enough saved for this month. So our budget is going to need to pay for the remaining of that, and I am going to go ahead and increase the next 5 months because I already stuffed for this month, and that's going to help pay for his. So for the next 5 months I need to probably increase that to about $45 so that when my registration comes up in December we have enough cash for that. So our remaining should be 0. And then let's go ahead and go down here to the bottom and we're going to do our summary. So the income we're budgeting for this week is $1901. Our bills were only $158. Our debt is $600. Our savings is $685, and our variable spending was $458. So we should have a zero-based budget. And we do. So that is it for this week's budget. Let's go ahead and plan out the cash we are going to stuff this week. So we're budgeting for $685, but that included the 2 high yield savings, so that is going to stay in the bank. So we are going to be budgeting $585 this week. And so the first one we are going to do is our 10K savings challenge. And it is going to get 160. So it's going to need 150, 60. For Christmas, it's going to get 50. So that's 150. Car maintenance. I could pull the money out of car maintenance, but I really want to save that for when we need our cars actually fixed, which may actually be coming up soon because my car is not wanting to start. I don't drive it very often, so that may have something to do with it, but we may have an upcoming car repair. So subscriptions is going to get 25. Home is going to get 100. Homeschool, and oh, I didn't put the 100. Homeschool is going to get 50, and we need to start looking at some curriculums for our son. So we may be spending out of that category. We are stuffing for next year's Father's Day, so it is going to get 20. I guess I could write the numbers up here so I'm not looking at the top. Here we go. Okay, then we're going to do new car fund. And it is going to get 50. Vacation is going to get 60, and that should put us up to 500 saved in this category, so I am excited about that. And then our last category we'll be doing this week is date night, and it's going to get 20. So let's go ahead and total them out. It looks like I need 2 100s. 650s, 320s, 2 10s, and 1 5. So that's 5, 20, 60. Is that 300? 200. Let's see if this equals up to 585. Great, yes. So total is 585. Okay, everyone. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. We really do appreciate we do appreciate all of y'all tuning in and subscribing. And my son likes to watch YouTube, so he is wanting Mommy's channel to get 1 million subscribers.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Okay, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.